brothers and sisters, do you have faith? Is your faith only contingent upon what it is that you can see in the physical? And then you must ask yourself, is it only what I see that dictates or determines whether or not if I have faith? And then you have to ask yourself, is that faith? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Faith. Do you only have faith in God when everything is peaches and cream, when everything is elegant, when everything is going well, when you have more than $3,000 in your bank account and you got about over $400 in your pocket? Do you have faith? Do you have faith only when you just got that $5 in your pocket? Do you only have faith when everything is flourishing and it's prosperous? The past few weeks ago, it was doing nothing but raining. It was raining cats and dogs. It was raining. It was pouring. No matter what part of the metropolitan region you was in, if you was in D.C., if you was in Maryland, if you was in VA, it didn't matter if you was on the Florida state of Florida. It was all around the states. It seemed like it was gloomy. It was chaotic, it was hurricanic, and all kinds of storms and tropical depressions and things of such. And it just seemed like some places it was just like back to back. It was just pouring down. Some places received I remember it was one place that received like 14 inches of rain, and it just seemed like, you know, it was raining and it was chaotic, it was cloudy. In the midst of that, if you was like me, I said, you know what? It's gonna be sunny soon. This too gonna come to pass. We're gonna see some sunshine on the end of this. Somehow, some way. I may not be able to see it right now. It may seem like it's going about seven days, almost, if not more, straight of just constant back-to-back rain. Do you have faith? When seeds are planted in the ground, you don't always see, and you cannot always tell as to what is happening under that dirt. But there's a process that's going on. There's a germination that's happening. It's something under the dirt. It's something that's happening in those dark, deep embedment of the ground. What is the temperature of your faith? What is the temperature of your faith? Do you have a relationship with God? Because the bottom line is this. Some people don't have faith because they don't have a relationship with God. See, when you're not anchored in the Lord, you don't have that fuel, that driving force to keep you along the way. What is the temperature of your faith? What is the temperature? What is the climate? What is the culture? Do you only have faith when things are overflowing with lavishness? Some of us say we have faith, but if you have faith, you don't try to dictate or try to figure out the process in which that God is going to do something. That's not faith. If you knew how it was going to turn out, that's not faith. Some of us, we prevent and block our own blessings because we try to figure out what the process is in which how God is going to move, who he's going to use, what he's going to use, how it's going to be used. We ask God the who, what, when, where, and how, and why. But if you're anchored in him, you're going to be in position to just be ready to receive for that kairos moment, for that moment when that breakthrough, when that release comes out. And then when you're in position, you can just be ready to what? To receive what he has to give. Can I tell you something? In the faith walk, you got to be in position to receive. To receive. Sometimes we're not in a position to receive because we sometimes are our own critic. We listen to the voice that is not of God. We listen to the voice of the enemy that comes in, gets into our ear gates, gets embedded into our hearts to tell us, you're not worthy to be blessed. We listen to that noise, that trick of the enemy that tells us you're not worthy to be blessed. You're not worthy to be married. You're not worthy to have your own family. You're not worthy to be financially blessed. You're not worthy to have people that love you. You're not worthy. These are tricks and lies of the enemy to get us to be weighed down. But if you're anchored in God, I'm telling you, you can now be in a place where you're ready to receive. Some of us, we're not ready to receive because we keep listening to these negative spirits, these foul negative spirits that get ingrained into our ear gates to tell us you're not going to be nothing when you grow up. No, you're going to always be like that. This is always going to be. This is where you're going to always be at. Those are the voices of the enemy. Those are the voices of the devil telling you to get you to get off course and to get off track. Y'all, excuse me. I know I'm getting a little bit overzealous because I'm just feeling this thing. That's what that warfare is all about. You got these voices, you got these things, these these vices, these vices coming from the devil, coming from the enemy to sow seeds of discord, to sow seeds of discouragement. And we got to be anchored in God. It's not easy. I'm right there with you. I never would have thought that I would be in the place, in the position that I am today. To be a man of God. To be on the path to be a reverend. Not just on the path, but a reverend. A reverend in the Lord's house. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that someone like me who was dealing with couch surfing, couch to couch to couch, shelter to shelter to shelter, bus stop to bus stop. I never thought that I would be in a position to be right now speaking to you, talking about faith. And the only way that I can talk to you about faith, because it was the faith that got me to be to where it is that I'm at today. It was the faith that I had in God. No, it wasn't easy, because it was many a days where I was by myself. It was many a days where I was down. It was many a days where I was depressed. It was many a days because I didn't have nobody to come up and say, you know what, you're going to get through this. It was my walk, it was my relationship with God that sustained me. And because I kept seeking God, praying to God, I kept depending on God. And God began to He began to move certain things out of the way, and He began to cause certain opportunities to come my way. But this was only because I was anchored in God. I encourage you, get a relationship with God. Because He is the only source and strength that you can depend on. God doesn't change His mind. Whatever He has said and whatever He has spoken over you, whatever He's spoken over your life, I decree and declare to you, glory, that it's going to come to pass. I decree and declare to you that this too shall pass. Whatever mountain, whatever trial, whatever tribulation, whatever hurdle, whatever obstacle, whatever vice that you are faced against, whatever giant, this too shall come to pass. This too shall come to pass. Peace and blessings. Y'all go out, make it a great day. Make it a great week. Remember, this is the season of Kingdom Takeover. And we are on the battle to win. Remember, this is not a sprint, but this is a marathon. Peace and blessings.